What is going on, everybody? It's me again, Golden Blue Dude, back in studio. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button if you're a college football fan, because that's what I do every single day. I put out college football videos. So today, I'm going to reveal my top 10 Heisman Trophy contenders and rank them from 10 to number 1. And, you know, I should have done a preseason one, but it's probably a good thing that I didn't, because Brock Purdy was on that, and he looked terrible that first game. He still has some games to redeem himself, but man, that was not a good first game. So, let's go with honorable mentions. And Brock Purdy is still kind of an honorable mention. Not even going to mention his stats this year. It's bad. He threw for 145 yards, no touchdowns, and an interception. The dude is a legit dual threat, though. So we'll talk about 2019 real quick. Passing 312 for 475. That's 66%. Threw for 3,982 yards. That's a lot of yards. 27 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. And for rushing, 93 carries for 249 yards. 8 touchdowns, averaging 2.7 yards a carry. And that actually went down from 2018. Iowa State, run Brock Purdy more. He is a great dual threat. He has some rebounding to do. So the other 4 honorable mentions, Kedon Slovis. I don't know when the Pac-12 is going to start playing or how many games he'll get in, so I don't even know if he'll qualify. Ian Book, he's looked decent so far. And Bo Nix. Bo Nix had a pretty good first year. Hasn't played so far. The SEC will start this coming week. So let's get into it. Number 10, running back Najee Harris. Yes, he hasn't played a snap yet. SEC starts on Saturday. He is the running back out of Alabama. In 2019, he had 209 carries for 1,224 yards. 13 touchdowns, averaging 5.9 yards a carry. And trust me, he's going to get a lot of carries this year, more than last year, even though there's less games. Think about that. And he's going to have some very good competition. So if he does well, he will rise dramatically on this list. Number 9, Oklahoma's Spencer Rattler, the dynamic quarterback, highly touted. Not much stats to go by as far as college. So far, he's 7 out of 11. That's 82%. 290 yards. 7 completions. 290 yards. 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. So, I think Spencer Rattler is going to be the real deal. It's just a wait and see thing. Number 8, and he would be higher, except for his first game was not that great, Chuba Hubbard. So far, 27 carries, 93 yards, 1 touchdown, only 3.4 yards a carry. That average is got to go up. Last year, 328 carries for 2,094 yards. He had an over 2,000 yard season last year. That's amazing. 21 touchdowns, 6.4 yards a carry. If he can get back to those numbers, he will definitely be a top 5, maybe a top 3 in my Heisman. Number 7, the returning veteran Tanner Morgan, Minnesota's quarterback. Hasn't played yet. The Big Ten will start in October. But in 2019, he was 210 out of 318, 66%, threw for 3,253 yards, 30 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. The only issue I see is he did lose some production on the wide receiver. But if he's a great quarterback, he'll find a way. Tanner Morgan, number 7. Number 6, and I hate saying this, but I only speak the truth here. Number 6, Texas's Sam Ehlinger. Don't like the dude, but he's got talent. And so far in 2020, he's 25 out of 33, 76%, pretty good, 426 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's also carried the ball 3 times, 12 yards, averaging 4 yards a carry. Yes, he's a dual threat. People forget that. In 2019, he was 296 for out of 454. That's 65%. Threw for 3,663 yards, 32 touchdowns, but 10 interceptions. You got to cut down on the interceptions if you want a chance at this. And rushing 163 carries for 663 yards, 7 touchdowns, averaging 4 6.1 yards a carry. That's a legit dual threat quarterback. Sam Ehlinger, number 6. Number 5, North Carolina, the freshman sensation last year, and this year he has his second year as the quarterback at North Carolina, Sam Howell. So far this year, 25 out of 34, 74%, 295 yards, 1 touchdown, but 2 interceptions. Got to get away from that, bud. In 2019, he was 259 out of 422, threw for 3,641 yards, 61% throwing completion, 38 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. So those 2 interceptions, that's really, really early. If he doesn't make up for that, he could drop straight out of the rankings. But we will see. Number 5, Sam Howell. Number 4. Now we're getting into the meat. Number 4, Travis Etienne, the running back out of Clemson. He has been reliable, dependable, workhorse, and dynamic. So far this year, 25 carries, 170 yards, 1 touchdown, averaging 6.8 yards a carry. In 2019, 207 carries for 1,614 yards, 19 touchdowns, 7.8 yards a carry. If he can even approach that, he will contend. That is great. Number 4, Travis Etienne. Number 3, Derek King out of Miami. Great dual threat quarterback so far this year. 34 out of 54. That's 63%. 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. And to go along with that, 20 carries for 92 yards, 1 touchdown, averaging 4.6 yards a carry. Now, I don't have much to go by as far as 2019, so I went back to 2018. He was 219 out of 345. Again, 63% consistent. 36 touchdowns and only 6 interceptions. To go along with that, 111 carries for 674 yards, 14 touchdowns, averaging 6.1 yards a carry. That's better than most running backs. This guy is legit. He is going to be there at the end of the year. Number 2 on my list, Justin Fields. Nothing for 2020 so far, but he can't help that. He got screwed by the Big Ten. But they will start in October. But in 2019, he was 238 out of 354. That's 67%. 3,273 yards, 41 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. That was a great year for Justin Fields, and I expect him to do the same. Ohio State probably will go undefeated and grab that 4th spot in the playoffs. So, you already know who number 1 is, and that is the dependable, dynamic quarterback out of Clemson, Trevor Lawrence. Who knows? Maybe his main competition will be his teammate, Travis Etienne. Will he be like, well, he called a run play, but I'm not. No, I don't see that happening. He's a great guy. So far this year, he's 30 for 37. That's 81%. 519 yards, 4 touchdowns, and no interceptions. Last year, 268 out of 407, 66%, 36 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. And most of those interceptions were at the beginning of the year, and that's what knocked him out of the Heisman. If he can avoid that, so far so good, I think he is the favorite to win the Heisman. Hey, leave comments. Let me know what you think. Did I leave out anybody, or do you think they should be ranked differently? Let me know. I love to argue. That's all I got for you for this video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next video.